Aging. That's a bad idea. I don't know who thought of it. One day you wake up, you look in the mirror in the bathroom, and guy looking back at you seems like a stranger. Well, we've been searching for the fountain of youth since time immemorial. Cleopatra used to take baths in donkey milk to kind of give her skin a nice lustre glow. In the Middle Ages, the alchemists thought that the secret lay in gold, because gold seemed to be the eternal metal. It didn't corrode, it didn't rust, it seemed to last forever. So if you could find a way to make gold, maybe you could also find the key to longevity. Maybe take lead and convert it to gold, they thought, and found a way to do that. You'd have the secret, but lead is still lead, and the alchemists are long dead. Then there was Elizabeth Báthory, a Hungarian countess, and she thought that taking a bath in the blood of virgins was the way to maintain youth. And she would hire young maidens and slaughter them and drain their blood. Vampire stories supposedly originated with her. She was a real person. Anyway, today we don't recommend taking donkey bath milk, so certainly not baths in blood. But there are all of these supplements out there that we're told are going to retard our aging process, and it comes and goes. Once it was vitamin E, then it was DHEA, and then garlic and geritol, and then all kinds of things, including drinking magnetized water from a cup that had magnets in it. Pretty strange. You can't really magnetize water. Oh, and this news just keeps coming. This just came out. The key to retarding aging found in Japan. How? Sake. No, you don't drink sake. They make that from rice, fermenting rice. And what they found was that the women who play around with the fermented rice have hands that are wrinkle-free. So now, for some outrageous amount of money, they're selling concoctions made of fermented rice. I think it will have about the same effect as taking a bath in donkey milk. These supplements come and go because, of course, there is no evidence. But just about the only thing for which there is evidence in retarding the aging is cutting back on calories, calorie restriction. We see this in mice, we see it in worms, we see it in fleas, we see it in all kinds of creatures. If you just cut back on the amount of food that they eat, they live longer. Now, we don't yet have human studies on this, but we have some pretty intriguing studies with animals. And I think there's a reason to believe that there's something to this, because we know something about the physiology of what happens with calorie restriction. And there's a lot of changes that take place biochemically in the body when you restrict calories. And if you produce less energy, and of course that is what happens if you restrict calories, you produce fewer free radicals in the system. And free radicals can be damaging. So really the best thing we can do for aging is to eat. Of course we have to, but don't overeat. Cut down on the calories. Then you'll slow down the aging process.